Hey everybody, welcome! We don't have Ikoria out to draft in our hands yet, or even on Arena or Magic Online, but the set is fully previewed. You can read every single Ikoria card they're going to print right now, and because of that, some of our third-party websites that mess with Magic cards already have Ikoria up, ready to mess with. And of course, one of our current favorites is the website mtgadraft.herokuapp.com. That is a third-party website we've been using to draft Magic offline and then import our decks into Arena for direct challenge battles. And it's allowed us to have all human in pod for free, well, for wild cards if you don't have them, drafting on Magic the Gathering Arena of a wide variety of formats, including Cube, Chaos. Well, it's not Chaos. What did Adam is trying to dub this version of Chaos draft Scramble draft, because a Chaos draft is each of us grab a full booster of a set and then use that draft boosters of a full set. This version of Chaos Draft actually mixes up the cards from different sets in the boosters themselves, so that's why Adam likes to call it Scramble. We could do anyway. There's all sorts of drafting you can do here for a lot of fun, but today we are going to hop over and try out an Ikoria draft, and then we're not going to get to play it, but I really haven't seen the cards in the set, and it's going to be a fun way to dive in and, for me, get to know this set here. So I'm going to hop over to the left monitor. I'm going to thank my sponsor, Card Kingdom, quickly before I do, though. Card Kingdom is wrestling with the coronavirus outbreak policies and decisions, and basically they're continuing to support me throughout this, and they are... I don't want to give bad information. The last thing I would want to do is tell you that they're not selling cards when they are, but I know things are changing all the time, so I really just want to tell you to keep checking in on Card Kingdom, and if you're feeling like you need some magical cards, come on your list, and hopefully they will win your business because they're an excellent company for slinging the cardboard. Okay, let's go to left monitor. We're going to see, I'll do a ready check here. This is, here I'll put in the name of the website here that we're using into chat in case anybody wants to go there just to check it out on their own. And waiting for the Cardinator and Draco. But I guess I'm going to start the draft, and we'll assume that they're going to be with us shortly. Okay, so... Oh, wait, there's... Sorry, I'm going to stop the draft. I set it to... I was told if it's 0, there would be no timer, but then there was a timer. Is that... I'm going to try it again and see if it works. And if there is still a timer, I'm going to at least start it over again and make the timer really long. But look, okay, 0. I was told 0. Trying to get no timer. Hold, please. Yeah, see, I put it on 0, but there's still a timer. So I'm going to stop the draft and at least get a long timer, okay? Okay. So, unfortunately, don't have as much time as I would like, but we'll crank it up and still get significant clock time. All right, here we go. Let's talk. That means I got to zoom in and let's take a look. Savvy Triome, Savvy Triome. So this is the cycle of rare tri-lands that enter the battlefield tapped and have cycling 3 and are the individual basic land types, so they're fetchable. These are going to be powerful constructed cards, I bet. Although they do enter tapped every time, so that's something that some people are going to find unacceptable. Crystal is a 3-mana, so we got a 3-mana rock. 3-mana rocks usually don't get it done, but I suppose if you need to splash, and at least they cycle, but you're going to find that cycling's not free. Turns out cycling 2 is a real cost, and you can't just throw stuff in your deck just because it cycles. It's a real cost and a real choice there. Huntmaster Liger? I assume it's a tiger, so it rhymes with tiger. Huntmaster Liger. These are really ligers? What? Mutate. I hate Mutate right now, and I'm trying to not be a cranky old Magic man, but Mutate feels like unset Yu-Gi-Oh invading my game in ways that I'm kind of annoyed by. But I'm going to try and get over it. I'm going to try to give it a chance to play well, because I can have a lot of emotional reactions to Magic mechanics that can be negative instinctively, because I think I'm just like, I can be Timmy too. Like I have a big Timmy in me, but I don't know. Anyway, I'll reserve judgment until how it plays out. But I had to read and listen to so much to understand the ins and outs of this mechanic. I have rarely seen a more complex load-bearing mechanic in a set, like this side of Morph. You know, this is like Morph level. Like, what are you doing? That is a lot of stuff to ask your Magic players to figure out. Anyway, I better figure this out or I'm going to miss my pick. Channeled Force 2 blue red for an instant. As initial cost to cast a spell, discard X cards. So we're discarding X, then we draw, target player draws X, and deal X to up to one target creature or planeswalker. So really this is like rummaging and dealing some damage. What are we going to be happy with? Like, this seems hard to use super well. Although if you're just willing to toss your hand, I guess you can do up to, you could do 5, but I just feel like you're going to have some cards you really want to keep. If you top deck this late, then what do you you got to remember to keep cards in hand for that. So I'm not super impressed with it, but maybe it'll play differently than my brain is processing it a bit. Shredded Sails. I talked about this one on Twitter a little bit. Marshall kind of soapboxed on this one a little bit. And I got to tell you, I think Marshall's over panicking. Like it doesn't even, I'm just here to talk cards anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I said it as high as it will go. This is not a real draft, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, cycling is a real cost. So I don't think that those shots at best of one are a problem. All right, Easy Prey is an easy pick for an early pick here. It only gets 2 CMC or less, but it's an instant and it's 2 mana and it has cycling. So this is going to be a pretty uncommon pick. Proud Wildbonder, 2 hybrid, 4/3 trample. Yeah. Creatures control with trample have, you may have this creature sign its combat damage as though it weren't blocked. Okay, maybe there's enough trample that this can be a kind of an overrun, a finisher. You know, this has an interesting job. It's not super impressive, but this could be like the what's it, the 5/3 enchantment trampler in Theros, you know, something that drops and kind of can end a game. Yeah, we're just doing this to look at cards right now, and then we're gonna draft something else and play it later. So I'm just gonna okay, Frost Lynx is coming back. I'm gonna just Deadweight's coming back. Deadweight is incredible removal. So like maybe Deadweight's probably better than Easy Prey. It gets rid of 1 and 2 mana stuff for 1 mana and can make a big thing smaller. Fire Prophecy, sure, I'll check it out. Nice art. Instant. Fire Prophecy deals 3 damage to target creature. You may put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library if you do draw a card. So again, it's a burn and rummage. That seems super powerful. Get rid of that land or the 6-drop you can't cast and take out their 3-drop. That could be a strong pick here. Excavation, yeah, it's just going to be tier 1 removal throughout the format. No problem. Yeah, at common too. Although it doesn't go to face, right? That's what makes it not a lightning strike. And that's a big part of what makes lightning strike incredible. Fertilid is a reprint. This will be a great fixing tool. Can help you fix twice, so you can double splash with something like Fertilid. Adaptive Shimmerer. Flash. Adaptive Shimmerer enters the battlefield with 3+1. So 5 mana colorless, 3/3 flyer. All right, filler. All right, whatever. Let's take another look. I might even quit this draft early. I really just want an excuse to look at some. Oh, it didn't even fly. It's just a 3/3. I just assumed that a 3/3 for 5 would be flying, but if that didn't even fly, that's garbage. I thought. Yeah, I guess 3/3 flying for 5 colorless is a little aggressive. You don't maybe want to give that to every color. Oh, it had flash. Okay, there you go. Like 3/3 for 5 seemed bad. 3/3 flying for 5 seemed too good. I'll try and read the next cards. How about that? We'll try and read cards. Monstrous Step, 4 and a green for a sorcery. Target creature get +7/+7 until end of turn. Up to one other target creature blocks it this turn if able. So sometimes these cards say must be blocked, and sometimes they say up to, target creature must block. Obviously, target creature must block is way better than must be blocked. And it has cycling on it. So 5 mana, basically 5 mana, eat a summoning sick creature is kind of what this says to me. And playable, but not maybe amazing. Very situational. It's got the cycling. Someone's talking about the Heron. Do we need to read Heron? Is this a good card? 4 and a blue for a 3/4 flying. Whenever this creature mutates, draw a card. So, and it mutates for 3 and a blue. So the way I am shortcutting mutate is basically for 3 and a blue, you get to add keyword abilities to your biggest creature. So for 3 and a blue, you can draw a card and give a creature flying. So that seems pretty good. Yeah, I'd play a Dreamtail Heron. It's got the 4 mana to draw a card and give something flying is not amazing though. So, but the fact that you can cast it as a 3/4 on its own is a nice dual mode. And then someone was talking about the Bird Goat. Let's check it out. 2 and a white for a Stormwild Caprador. 1/3 flying. If non-combat damage would be dealt to this, prevent that damage. Put a +1/+1 counter on it for each 1 damage prevented this way. So you can't burn it out of the sky, but it can't. If it blocks and stuff, that's fine. But so basically, this is maybe there's a self-ping thing, like there was an Ixalan that would basically build your own beast with this. I'm reading some chat now. Yeah, when I say give flying and your biggest thing, it might be your biggest thing, right? Yeah, that's true. It could upgrade to 1/1. That's your best case scenario, huh? Right. I'm still trying to fully process mutate and kind of. So I guess the ideal use of a mutate is to get a stupid token ahead of it and then turn the token into the power and toughness on the creature with mutate. Let's see, what do we got here? Randomly pick a card. Bastion of Remembrance. What do we got? 2 and a black enchantment. When Bastion of Remembrance enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So you get a 1/1 for 1 for 3, and then you get this death trigger ability lurking. It can be better than it looks. Like, you can get into spots with an effect like Bastion of Remembrance where your opponent has no blocks because they either block and kill your small stuff and they ping you, or they let the stuff through and they take the damage. So it can do some stuff, but I don't know if it's great. I think it's very build around, and I would really want to be aggro weenie. Like, I would put this in like a Rakdos deck from Ravnica Allegiance, for example. This seems like it would go fine in a Ravnica Allegiance Rakdos deck. Do you think? Gloom Pangolin is just a 1/5. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't seem good. Call of the Death Dweller. If you need 5 toughness, cheap. There it is. Call of the Death Dweller, 2 and a black. Return up to 2 target creature cards with a total converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard onto the battlefield. Put a Death Touch counter on either of them. Then put a Menace counter on either of them. It's a weird thing to require the small creature thing. I got excited when I saw 3 black mana to get 2 dead creatures back because that's been so good. But I don't necessarily think that restricting it to 3 is pretty oppressive. It does put them on the battlefield, though, right? That's pretty good, too. So maybe that'll be good, but again, it's kind of build around. You really need to be a low-to-ground deck to be happy about that. Yeah, 1 3-mana thing. It just seems too restrictive to be a great reanimate, or not reanimate spell. I guess it's reanimate spell, sure. Jubilant Skybonder, 1 blue-white flying. Creature you control with flying have spells your opponents cast that target this creature costs 2 more to cast. Is that good enough for... that actually makes me think about the constructed blue-white Empyrean Eagle flying type decks, and maybe that helps protect them against targeted removal, but do we like it? I mean, yeah, if you're playing... I mean, if you're in blue-white, you're going to play this, right? It's just a Windrake with upside, a colorless Windrake with upside in blue-white. So, but it's not a Windrake with upside unless you're both white and blue. Let's be clear about that. Because if you're only white or only blue, the mana cost is actually quite oppressive. So I think this will make it to the white-blue players pretty reliably, because I'm not super interested in a heavy color requirement 3-drop unless I'm significantly in that color. Love to see Frosty back. We'll be drafting Frost Links a lot. Prickly Marmoset, 2 and a red. First strike, whenever you cycle a card, Prickly Marmoset gets +2/+0 until end of turn. First strike with sudden power boosting has a lot of threat of activation. This is going to often read like 2 and a red, 2/3 can't be blocked, because if you're threatening to cycle something and have 4 power of first strike, there's not a lot you can put in the front of a Prickly Marmoset. That being said, just taking 2 is not the worst either, so it doesn't make me panic that I'm under attack from a Marmoset, but it does make me not want to block. Yeah, you can mutate that. Unexpected Fangs. Well, move on. Clash of Titans, 3 red. Target creature fights another target creature. Interesting. Just giving fight straight up to red. It's always kind of looked at it that way. It's been traditionally, this has been a mono green card, but I guess red gets straight up fight. And instant speed, 5 mana. Need a creature out. Need a big creature out. Clash of Titans is asking a lot. Oh, I can fight 2 enemy creatures. Thank you. Appreciate that clarification. Target creature fights another target creature. Okay, so this is much more powerful and actually makes me like it. If this was only your creature, their creature, then this is way weak, right? You'd be desperate to kind of run this. But the second you can try to do this as a 2-for-1 on your opponent's side, really opens up the possibilities for the card, and really actually says to all of us, if you're against red, be very careful. Yeah, it's very clunky, but also like maybe keep in mind whether, if you've got a 5/5 and your opponent's playing red, you'd be a little bit nervous about playing another 5/5 because it would be brutal to have those 2 fight, right? I think it says it'll be rarely a 2-for-1. Yeah, it is a lot of work to set up the 2-for-1, but let's work together to make it harder for our opponents to make it a 2-for-1 too, and just keep it in mind when we're thinking about what to play. We'll try and make it work sometimes, though. This is going to be very powerful when it does work, and we'll also see what the creatures look like. If there's a lot of high power, low toughness, this will be great. If there's a lot of high toughness, it will not be. Yeah, it's an instant. Mid-combat is also interesting. Maybe we can work out some 3-for-1s and stuff with this somehow, some way. So I'll take it. Whatever, we're talking about it forever here. Oh, here's a rare still in the pack. Must be bad. Dranith Magistrate, 1 and a white for a 1/3. All right, well, floor is not the worst I've ever seen, but we don't want to play that. Your opponents can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. Maybe you would take that as a board against some really narrow strategy in the format, but I can see why this rare is still here. Not very good. Corpse Churn, 1 and a black. Put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then you may return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So it's an instant, so you can do it at the end of their turn. That's a little value. This is... I would like to be getting some value out of general cards in the graveyard before being happy about playing this. Feels a little low value and weird to just be paying 1 and a black to get 1 creature back. That's usually not worth it. Blitz Leech, on the other hand, 5 and a black for a 5/2 flash. When it enters the battlefield, target creature an opponent controls gets -2/-2 until end of turn. Remove all counters from that creature. So this is somewhat like a Bleepus with a Catobleepus, right? Enter the battlefield, minus something kind of small, obviously Bleepus was looking at Devotion, but Bleepus was a 3/2. This is a 5/2 and it has flash. So I think this is probably Bleepus plus. I would rather have this than a Catobleepus. It just does it, it's a self-contained package. It doesn't need anything else to do its thing. All right, I'm going to talk about a couple more cards. Then I'm going to take a bio break, and then we're going to draft something for real and figure out what that is. Let's see, what do we like here? How about, what's Thwart the Enemy? Oh, Fog. We'll skip the Fog. Here's another, oh, this is going to confuse me. Another 1 in a red cycle 2 card. So double strike or cycle. I don't think we're going to be playing this too much unless we're trying to leap out and get people. Thwart. Did I mess something up? Oh, yeah, that's true. It's better than a fog. Sorry, I dismissed it as just a fog when it does have better application. Prevent all damage that we dealt this turn by creatures your opponent's control. Still takes some setup, but it's definitely better than fog, but still takes some setup. I don't know if we're going to be playing this happily, but I think we have to be aware of this for sure. This is not a fog we can ignore. You're right. I tried to ignore it, and chat made sure that I didn't sleep on it. Yeah, that's fair. I think it's playable. Yeah, I agree. It's playable. It's playable. We'll see if it's below or above replacement, but definitely I would call it playable. Should be a go for Thursday. Put a +1/+1 counter and a lifelink counter on target creature. A little combat trick from black. All right, let's look at one more pack. Dark Bargain is back. I love that. Card drawing in black. All right, let's look at Ram Through, then I'm going to cancel this draft. Ram Through, 1 in a green instant. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. If the creature you control has trample, excess damage is dealt to that creature's controller instead. Okay, so we all kind of get it, right? Like, it's just like it's fight, but the fight, you get trample that works in a fight card. Seems fine. It's funny. Doesn't increase power or anything, so you have to have big stuff already is the thing with these. Oh, but actually, never mind. It's deals damage. It's punch, not fight. Gosh, I gotta read. We're in card reading stage. Ryan's got to read cards. It's not gonna go well. Anyway, punch is much better than fight. Punch is fantastic because you don't need to worry about the toughness of your creature, right? You can punch, and instant speed punch. Don't need to worry about toughness. Can do it at instant speed. So I'm much higher on this card than I was on first read. Yeah, seems strong. All right, I'm going to take a quick bio break. If any of my fellow drafters are confused as to what's going on, please let them know, and I will be right back, okay? And then we'll figure out what to do. Hey gang, I'm back. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for waiting. Hey East, we are on Be Right Back because I took a little break. We took a look at some Ikoria cards, but now we're going to figure out what we're actually drafting today. All right. Let's... So we're going to do some sort of draft offline on mtgadraft.heroku app. Question is it going to be a cube or is it going to be a scramble? That's the word, basically chaos draft. Do we want to pick here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Go back to the left monitor. Basically we can go in here and we can select whatever sets we want and it'll make boosters using cards from those sets. So we can figure out which subset of sets we want to use for a scramble draft, or we can import our own cube and do a cube draft. And I'm going to start there. And we'll figure out which direction to go from here after you all decide whether we're cubing or scrambling. Can you do an arena proper chaos where the packs are consistent? No, East. That is not an option on this site. All right, so we're going to do a scramble. And let's see, I'm going to offer you up some choices for that scramble. All will just be all 10. Rav will be the 3 Ravnica blocks. Throw out some suggestions. What do you think would be an interesting mix? We're going to take off layer. We could do, yeah, standard scramble. I'll call that STD. I do core only, but there's only 2 core sets, so that seems less interesting. Yeah, we gotta do something that includes Dominaria. Rav, standard. Okay, we can try Dom War. So all, Rav, standard, or Dom War? Why those? RNA, Eldraine, Dominaria. Mike wants Dominaria, War, Eldraine, THB. How about this? I'm going to put Dom as one, and if people really like, there's some different suggestions that have incorporated Dominaria. I'm just going to put Dominaria, not because only Dominaria, but if we really want to include Dominaria, we'll figure out what thing to do with Dominaria. So your choices are going to be all Ravnica, so that'll be the 3 Ravnica sets, standard, just standard legal sets, and then Dominaria, we'll figure out some configuration with Dominaria involved. That's interesting, Mike. I'm too far down this path now, though. I'm just going to play this out and see where we end up. All right, standard wins. We're going to do a standard scramble. Thank you for that sub. Appreciate it. Thank you, Hemi. And I'm going to throw this invite out, and I will take the first 7 people who join. Here's my expectations of you if you join. That you are earnestly going to try to be around and maybe catch a match with me. But no, like, basically, if you know you can't play, don't join. But if you think you can play, go ahead and join. And then if something comes up, it's no big deal. I'm not expecting to play all 7 people. My other expectation is if you do join, don't assume you are going to get to play on stream. We may or may not get to you. We'll see how it goes, okay? And yeah, we'll do best of 3. I like doing best of 3 for this mode. Best of 1 on Friday afternoons is great for the 7-game Gauntlet, but for entertainment right now, I like best of 3. So if you are prepared to play, if you can, and have all the wild cards, or you know, have enough wild cards to participate, then go ahead and jump in. First 7 people. You click the link I just posted, Mabinap. I kept it secret. Or you can go there. It's called Standard Scramble is my session ID with the capital S's. Can I change the rarities and the boosters? Yeah, I think you can change the makeup of a booster. Yeah, we could like add more rares or whatever. You want to do like 1 extra rare? Let's see what my tools are. No, it's maximum rarity, but no, you can't like. You can if you use the system recently added, but we can't do it today is the bottom line. I think, yeah, it's duplicate protection. It's not pack configuration. There are some pack configuration tools, but not that we can use today. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm going to hop back to my classic view for a second, and then we'll jump back to this one and get drafting. Oh, but let me get it fully set up. Okay, maximum time. We want Theros, Throne, 2020, War, Ravnica, Guilds. There we go. Those are the 6 sets we'll be using. All right, now that I got it all set up, quick intro and then we're going. Oh, this was drafting randomly, actually. It's kind of funny that we are heavily green-black, but that was really from a test draft that meant nothing. Let's see. Really? Dawn was tied? I thought it put... I just saw standard at the top. All right, we'll add Dom. Standard plus Dom, then, if Dom was tied. I missed that. All right, hold on 1 second. We'll be right back for the draft. Greetings, everyone. Good time zone to you. We have a couple days to kill before we get our preview stream of Ikoria. And in the meantime, we are going to do some offline drafting on mtgadraft.herokuapp.com. And then we're going to do some battling against viewers, against chat on stream through Friend Challenge in the in Magic the Gathering Arena. It's a fun way to squeeze some value out of your collection on Arena. You just need friends. Hopefully you have some friends. We found some friends around here, found 7 of them, and we're gonna dive in for a draft here. We've decided to do Standard plus Dominaria Scramble draft. So our packs are going to contain random assortments of cards from the 6 sets currently in Standard. And because because we decided, and Dominaria, we like Dominaria. So Dominaria's in here too. Why not? We're having some fun. And if you want to have some fun with Magic on your tabletop, check out cardkingdom.com. They have everything you're going to need for that. Where they're at with their shipping and their policies is shifting a lot as they respond to the needs of the pandemic. But please keep them in mind if you are thinking about Magic cards, thinking about a new thing you want to put together. Give them a try, check them out, see what their inventory is like, see what their prices are like. Maybe they'll win your business. And if you do decide to buy from them, please click on my affiliate link down below in the panels before you go. The panel headers are links. You can just click on them. Takes you there from here, lets them know you got there from here, and helps us all. So that would be great if you could do that. But let's get going. We're going to move to my left monitor view here. Don't pay no attention to these cards. They mean nothing. We're going to start a new draft right now. I'm going to do a ready check, make sure everybody in this draft is ready to go. And then once I hear from everyone, we are going to jump in. Yep, we got it. All right. Scramble time. So in scramble drafts like this, where a lot of sets are mixed up, loss of synergy is the biggest thing to consider. And to remember that you kind of just need to draft generically good stuff, and synergies are tougher to come by. Not that you can't find them, they're just not as wide open. So we've got a rare here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so we can see the cards a little bigger. This Immolation Shaman is okay, but I don't think something we need to take over something like Prophecy or Dismissal. Prophecy and Dismissal are the standout cards to me here. I don't know what chat's thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Shaman's all right, Fiddle's right, but I think it's Dismissal or, yeah, Reproach is another option. I just tend to shy away from white, I guess, a little bit. It is decent removal, though. I don't know why I shy away from white in Chaos, other than that in general, white has been tough. And also, white is more aggro, and aggro is tougher to pull off. I think I'm going to go with Prophecy. Well, how to zoom is, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so I got Prophecy in blue. That means Shark to Crab looking pretty nice as a blue-green card. There is the ability to, the creator of this site is adding the ability to craft magic sets, but I can't talk about it in draft at the same time. Ask me later. But I think there's a pretty clear Shark to Crab, unless we can, like, Hypothesis would be the other competing choice, but I'm going to go with Sharky. Yeah, Sizzle's pretty good, but I'm going to go with the Crab. Also, green, blue. Taking a green card here maybe sets us up to do some splashing. So we have a blue card and a green blue card. Llanowar Envoy, not incredible, but it does filter land, which is going to filter color, which is going to be a little more valuable in this type of environment. But I think we just take Tyrant Scorn as another thing that goes along with the Prophecy, and we see which direction this draft pulls us. Hammer's not really playable. Maybe Thought Collapse Wheels. This is another Youthful Knight going around, so there's some first strike happening, but we'll take the Tyrant Scorn. So I'll try a little bit at a time, Hemi. So the feature that is being added but hasn't been deployed yet, I think the site creator has coded it but not deployed it. And basically it allows you, so if you were to upload a cube, instead of you would submit a list of 540 cards or whatever. Basically this feature says, here I'm going to put Academy Drake over Essence Capture. And is there anything else even competing? Fry is pretty good. Wow, another Youthful Knight. That's funny. All the knights. All right, I'm going to leave this Academy Drake on pause. So anyway, so now imagine instead of uploading a cube, there's a flat list of X hundred cards. Imagine uploading instead magic sheets. So upload, here's my common sheet, here's my uncommon sheet, and here's my rare mythic sheet. Now build a booster pack using 10 of the commons, 3 of the uncommons, and 1 of the rare mythic sheet. And basically, so instead, it's a tool that allows you to make a Masters style set instead of a cube. And with that, you could do what you were talking about. All right, so we got Academy Drake. Gift of Paradise is what I'm talking about. We could take a gift. It's not the best of these, like the 3-mana green land enchantment to ramp and fix. This is one of my least favorites. And maybe we just take status statue and find the fixing later. And this sets us down a Sultai path that I think is pretty interesting. Deep Freeze is okay, but I think with where we're headed, I like the idea of green, blue, splash, black, which we can totally pull off here with this. Keep an eye out for fixing. I really like these picks so far. I'm happy with how this draft is going. Blade Brand is nice, but we probably just want an Iron Shell Beetle here. I want to lean a little bit green to encourage us to find some fixing so we can splash the black. And I don't see anything else pushing Beetle out. Vorse Claw, we know, is pretty solid as just a big beefy 7/7, but without trample, I'm just going to go with the cheap thing here. Strong incentive to find a way to splash black, but also a strong incentive to stay blue here with the Sharked Crab and the Prophecy. Doesn't feel like Hateful Eidolon is going to be that good in this format. Siege Worm could be okay, but I think I want Value Town. I'm going to take one of my favorite Dominaria cards. I was looking at the 3 mana get 2 back that's in the new set, and it pales in comparison to our friend, the Soul Salvage. I'll take that. Temple Thief, Time Twist, Berserker, Hubris. No green here, so maybe we're veering away from green even. Maybe we splash the statue, give up on the beetle, and we try to splash green. Anyway, there's a lot of ways we can maneuver here. What do we want? We're not really resetting anything great. I guess resetting Sharked Crab, that doesn't even help, right? It doesn't do anything ETB. None of these do ETB except Iron Shells. I guess resetting Prophecy would be decent, but I'm going to take the generic... I will take Twist. Berserker's fine, but Twist can do some interesting stuff at least. Maybe we need it. I'll take a Triumph over Cottage or Marauder. I'm not going to back into blue or white or red here. Oh, that's right. It does. That's a funny little cross set synergy. But yeah, we'll take bad removal. Take bad card draw. Although we could even take other bad removal. Playing best of 3 here, but I'll take the Prying Eyes. Let's see if we can take this thing long. A lot of black available. I guess we're taking this and open. Engorging Vulture, Soul Salvage is a reasonable pairing. Crawl Swarm is pretty nice for a 12th pick, honestly. I'll take that. Really being pushed into black. I was going to try and splash black, but our last handful of picks are suggesting that the table wants us to be main black. And maybe we're splashing Sharked Crab and Academy Drake. I don't know. Root Snare is unplayable. We'll take the playable Silver Flame Ritual instead. Cut it from somebody else. Kaya. Is Kaya worth specking on? Or do we care? I don't think Kaya does that much. She's pretty annoying, but it's not like a super powerful Planeswalker. I might just want an Unexplained Disappearance. What else we got in our colors? Titanic Brawl, if we are still thinking we're green. I don't even know what we are anymore. It's one of the big problems here. Probably Unexplained Disappearance, then, is the cleanest. They announced Human Draft for Ikoria. Cool. Do they mean like coming up next week? Like this week? Or at some point during the set? Available on Thursday. Well, there you go. They heard our urgency. Woo! Woo! It's like drafting Dominaria again. Yes, get in our pile, Tatiova. We'll figure it out now. All right, let's find fixing. Good news from Wizards of the Coast. I will take a look at that article later, and maybe we'll read it together even. Tatiova was a snap pick. Now we're just trying to figure out what exactly we're splashing. But I like how this is coming together. Another Scorn. I mean, these do have diminishing return because it's CMC 3 or less, but you can return anything. So even if you run out of 3 CMC, you can... Oh, we also have an Arrester's Admonition, though. That's powerful, but I think we should just take the kill. A lot of black cards here. Maybe we get something back. Yeah, green is really dried up, so... But we still want to really splash the Tatiova and the Crab, so we'll see what we can do about that. Like, if we can splash Crab, Tatiova, and Statue, that'd be sweet, but we need the tools. Got to find some tools. Probably not main decking that. I need to assess it first. I will read the article and we'll talk about it tomorrow, probably. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. I could give a hot, do a cold take, hot take, but I think I would rather have some time. Frosty, let's take the links. Really want to find some colorless fixing here. I will get greedy. I am not splashing these sweet green spells if we end up blue-black. Right now I'm thinking we're probably cutting the beetle and we're looking very much black-blue splash green. Well, for blue, black, green, not too much here. Inquisitive Puppet, not particularly playable. I guess we take a Dam Breaker. We have a Prying Eyes. We don't have anything huge at the top end. This is not a bad top end, and maybe get some combinations. Crab will have a counter on it. What else has counters naturally around here? Anything? Academy Drake. Prophecy could get advanced a chapter. Is the act of adding a lore counter telling a chapter? So like if I Dam Breaker and target a saga, does the saga chapter happen? Anybody know? Or does it just skip to the next chapter, next upkeep? Magic's complicated. Cloud Reader. Oh, you can read my clouds anytime. Searing Barrage still here is a little weird. Apparently nobody wants to be in red. We've got a 5/4 for 4 with upside and a Searing Barrage, and we're not going to take either one. We're taking the Cloud Reader, so apparently nobody in this draft wants to be red, and we are fighting for the green at the very least. But at this point, I'm really just number one priority over this side of a stupid bomb or crazy efficient removal is just fixing for the green splash. Sadly, that is not what Temple Garden provides, and we're not playing a Roving Keep. We could play a Wanderer, but that's not triggered by anything. We'll take a Garden in case, but there's nothing here for us. We take a Hunt Master as well, but we're not looking like we're being heavy green, so I want to respect that. I don't think we're playing the garden, but gives us a shot at that. Ooh, here we go. Here is some fixing. I was saying this is like job one is some fixing, and here we go. Getting land fixing is great. We don't even have to use a spell on it. Wouldn't mind a harpy. Wouldn't mind a moss viper. Wouldn't mind a portcullis vine even. But Guildgate exactly what we're looking for. Lionfish comes all the way back around. Not amazing, but we're happy to get a 2-drop with 2 power and no drawback, other than being an enchantment. Nobody wants to be Boros. We're going to take volley and put it in the board. So glad to have a Guildgate. Man, if we get one more land, black, green, or blue-green dual land of some kind, we are over the moon. Might not be a better thing to open than, like, Skittles. Mangler, Vampire, Shriek Diver all come back. Mangler coming back is something else. We're going to take that. At least we're in one right color. Not shocking to see 3 red gold cards left in the pack here. We'll take Cinder Vines. Maybe we'll have such easy fixing by the end of pack 3 we splash anything. Oh, Distortion. I'll take Embercat on principle. Well, Leyline Prowler is fixing, but we're trying to splash the green, not the blue. If we were splashing the blue, this would be a no-brainer. We could take the Guildgate instead, which is exactly also what I'm looking for. And nothing else here is more important to me than this. I really want this Omen. I would play the Treacherous Blessing. I would probably even play the Prowler on the splash a little bit here, but this is exactly what we want. I'm going to take the Gate. Really sets our colors nicely. We could take Gift of Paradise here. I haven't looked at the rest of the pack. The gift, again, that's green fixing, and we're trying to fix for green, not with green. But what else is here? This is an amazing card that nobody in this draft wants. We could take Get the Point. Maybe splash the red. Festive Funeral's bad. Brine Giant's not going to be good in this deck. This is just a terrible pick, and it makes me want to take, like, Get the Point or Integrity. Cut Intervention from somebody. Although I don't think anybody's in Boros. I'll take Get the Point. There's a long shot chance we find a way to splash that. Storev is actually not stupendous, but probably the pick here. I don't have the white going for this Thrall Splash. Chainweb is fine. Take Chainweb, but I think we take a Storev here and work the green splash on it. This is expanding the green splash a little bit, but here, let's get Draggable. I'm just going to cut our fixing right now so that we can see more on screen here using the, oops, hold on now. Foulmire Knight's a fine thing to see in the upper corner, and looks like nothing else is particularly close. It's probably going to be a play like a 3. Don't think we're playing get the point though, so I'm going to move that off for now. I'm a little weird on the... I'm going to select the whole column. Oop. I'm going to accidentally pick something if I'm not careful. There we go. That is better, though. Okay, what do we got? We got nothing we really want. We could take Ancient Animus. Looks like everybody's kind of in the same colors here. That... Do we have any knights? Merfolk Druid, Valmire Knight, but it's not where the Barrow Witch is. I don't think we're doing much of anything here with these. I guess we'll take Gruesome Scourger if we decide we need that as some kind of finisher. I don't want to splash Animus, although maybe we have not enough... I guess we have to take Animus. We don't have a lot of interaction. I just don't think I want to... Like, this is like our 5th green card, and that's really starting to stress a splash on a couple of lands. Here's another green card. We're going to take it. I mean, we're just going to have... We can take Memorial Unity as well, but I think this is just Aeromunculus, and we keep taking strong individual cards and accept that we're going to have weakish mana. But I do like our picks in the abstract. I like this collection of cards. It's just we're pushing the green out of splash and into 3rd color territory, which we may decide is worth the risk, but it is risky. Saw another gate and got excited because it was black, but we're not trying to splash any white here. So instead, we are offered a Vial if we want to have some kind of interaction, or a Brightwood Tracker if we want to move up. I'm going to pick the Vial, although we have 2 Tyrant Scorn, so we're already kind of interacting early. Maybe I should just take the Tracker, but again, like, what are we splashing? Are we pivoting completely back now to... I just think we have to be blue-black base. Like, look at our 2s and 3s. There's no green in it. I'm going to take the Vial, but I'm not loving this decision. Boneclad could be all right. Aeromunculus goes here, and we don't have a ton of 5s, so we could take a Boneclad, and that would be fine. River Turtle can make some stuff unblockable. That could be actually pretty good. Denial, though, just slotting in at 3 and countering stuff, also not bad. 10 seconds here. I'm going to go with the Denial in a very narrow one. I think it was Denial or Turtle, and I went with... Or I tried to go with Denial. Did we get there? Yeah, we got to Denial. That's how we're looking there. Wow. Nobody wanted to be red. We'll take a Duress for the board. I don't think we'll play it. Right now, I think I'm cutting that. Yeah, Memory Theft is okay here. Gonna cut it, though. Oh boy, the numbers are being crunched in chat. I'll do my homework later. But I'm excited that there's homework to do around the value of human drafting on Arena. That's pretty cool. I like getting a Vapors here. I don't even know how badly it messes with our stuff right now, but we can figure that out. We're not going to start it. It's a good sideboard card, though. I guess it does not work with Crawl Swarm. And Spire Mangler and Foulmire Knight and Lionfish. I guess we have a lot of non-bows. Well, I guess this is our deck. We're going to add land to it and call it a masterpiece. And we need at least 2 green. Oh, wait. Sorry. It's weird how it knocked off this off the edge. So we want 2 green. 7, 8, 9, 15. Yeah, I think this is right. 8, 7, 4. Right on. I think this is good. I think we don't have many changes we can make. We just don't have a lot of ammo in the board here, and we could start a memory theft or whatever. Triumph. I just like. I think our deck is made. So I'm going to ship this to Arena. Come back to my traditional view. Get to deck building at least. Hello. Yeah, I think this deck looks great for a Chaos draft, for a Scramble. Made some brunch. Delete this. I'm going to bling it up and then play. Come on, Arena. You can do it. Show me my deck builder. Here we go. Come on, Arena. You got this. Yeah. Let's go. I don't know if anybody claimed anything today. I'll go with the Theros route today. Oops, needed that one. Looks good. All right. Was there somebody you wanted first? Tron, I'll just take on. Oh, I don't see Tron's challenge though, so I'm just gonna go with, I think It's Magic was first, so I'm gonna start there. 40 card best of 3. Here we go. All right. Well, we're a 3-color deck. You wouldn't be able to tell it from this opener, but at least it's one we can keep. I'm going to go Prophecy, probably just naming Lionfish, and then we'll play Lionfish whenever we we need to trigger the prophecy. I have not found a way to set default basic lands. You'd think they would do that. They came up with default sleeves, but not default basic lands yet. Let's see. If we go gate here, we could have denial up for turn 3 guaranteed. If we get gate here, we pass on the chance to get a prophecy going now. And we get a scry too, so I'm going to go ahead and prophecy because we can find an untapped land for our third turn, hopefully a swamp. No swamp. We're going to scry both of these away. We're looking for land. So actually a good scry, all things considered. There's the shaman we passed, pack one, pick one, for actually this prophecy here. We'll go lionfish. Where is it? It is called stinging lionfish. There we go. We have disappearance at the ready if we decide we need that. It is creature, so we can't like bounce our own prophecy in case you're wondering about that, because I was. I wonder if I can bounce my own prophecy. No, says Magic. Thank you for the follow. Always appreciate the follows. That's annoying. If we bounce the Aven, they're just going to get a 2/2. We could bounce the 1/1, but it's not a very impressive bounce. I don't want to leave them. I don't want to do nothing here, though. Kind of a rotten 3-drop. I would happily bounce almost anything else, but now I got to debate this. Give them another counter here. I think for the tempo, we want to do it. I can even leave deny. Well, we have to play Stinging Lionfish here, so I'm going to do it on the Eternal. It's I don't love this, but I don't want to fall too far behind. And if we manage to not fall behind, we're going to have plenty of blockers for a ground army. Do we want to bother with another island? We need black sources, but we're pretty mono right now. If we don't find another land off the top, well, we're going to lionfish and draw 2. So I'm going to actually surveil this away and look for the lands we're looking for. Maybe that's crazy, but you do draw lands anyway, and we are going to draw... Oh, I haven't opened... Oh, let's see. Cardboard is open. It's curious, it's working for me. It's open, but not working for me. I'm going to try restarting it. Maybe it'll fix itself on the old restart. So we're going to go this lionfish. All right, there we go. There's the lands we are looking for. Unfortunately, not to do else this turn, but here, I'll put a full control bluff on, or some stop bluffs. Not playing the Aven suggests maybe they're going for something else here. Oh, just missequenced. Or they wanted to make sure that they have the ability to respond to my tricks during combat and felt that it was worth 1 point of damage to have open mana is a possibility that what its Magic was thinking. Cool. They get a Trickster, we get a Frost Lynx coming up. I'm going to drop a forest, and we could play a Crawl Swarm, but let's... Yeah, they wanted to give me a chance to trade for the army token. That's possible as well. Although, you know, maybe we just play Crawl Swarm here. Go shields down, get a nice flyer, although it just trades off with theirs, but not after we destroy it. I'm going to go max mana here and play the Swarm. We go shields down. When are we going to get this denial in? I don't know, but also I'll trade off for the Eternal. I should have attacked first, but a little telegraphed, but it's an offer. Was sad to pass that admonition. Let's see if Oppo finds the land they're probably looking for here. They did. They found it, and they're taking the admonition back. That's a pretty good pull. But we can also go Frostlinks, hold up Denial here, and that's pretty good. What do we want to shrink? Let's freeze down Eternal. We'll use this as an excuse.
All right, everyone, chill.
And then if they go for re-admonition or the creature, we can counter either one. Probably not going to want to admonition the links. And do we care about that? Kind of want to counter this, but this is our shields down moment, or this is our window, not our shields up moment, so let's use it. And we'll tap this. Yeah, we can talk about it, Foe. Not sure how you want your name pronounced, but I see Vietnamese soup when I see that name. Yeah, we'll offer the links. And I know they've got the thing to bounce this right back, but I wish we had, let's see, what does this do? Death Touch, yeah. So we can send that, we can play this and it'll just get bounced back, but then that's got to happen at some point. So we can just do that. Yeah. All right. And if I attack here, I'm basically taking 3 because they can admonition and hit for 3. But that's fine if they want to do that for their whole turn. I'm going to attack to encourage that. Admonition, super solid wheel spinning. You know, if you want to spin your wheels, do it with admonition. Of course, if you got a creature advantage, it's actually tempo aggro, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We might have 8 mana. We could do, yeah, I can't really do statue plus swarm on 8 anyway, so really don't want to draw land here. Scorn. Hello, Scorn. That's nice, because this thing has the pump capability to turn it into quite the beast, but we could kill it with the Scorn. We could also just take out the Eternal. We got 2 pieces of removal now, so I'm going to start with an attempt at the Dam Breaker. Although if they have, like, Quench or something, we could play around something Quench-like with a Swarm. And it leaves up Tyrant Scorn, and they know we have it. Or does it? Do we have enough? Oh, we don't have enough black to leave up Tyrant Scorn. Only 1 black. Okay. So then I'll just do the Dam Breaker. See if it resolves. Well, it resolved, but there was definitely some pausing from Oppo, so we'll see what they've got up their sleeve here. The Sailor!
Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me, lads.
Great card for Oppo right now. Probably gonna have to use Tyrant Scorn on that, or we're gonna lose to it. Can't stop that one. All right, Shark Crab. We could, we can't play and adapt, although we could play and scorn at least. So this leaves up Scorn play. And I like taking out the Sailor with Scorn. Although we could also play Swarm and have Statue, but I think we want Crab with the Scorn up here. And we could send attacks, but we're low on life, and we could wait until they, quote, make a move or whatever, but let's kill the Sailor now. And then we have the status statue for the Eternal. And then we have decent stuff for the ground game. Magic in the tank. What are they going to do here? Drop us to 5 at least. Could even put a counter on Shark Crab and just lock down the Eternal for a turn long enough to get the Crawl Swarm out to try and just trade with it, so that we can use this removal on the other big flyer that's showing up. Although Crawl Swarm threatens to block and trade with Watcher. Let's see what they do with this Surveil. We're hoping for stuff on top of the library. Yeah, land. All right, they surveilled one, topped the other. Or, you know, one yard, one top. I kind of forgot this was in our deck. It doesn't really do much, although we can do it on our turn, on their turn, and use Lionfish to tap stuff down. But we're going to start for sure with the Crawl Swarm and try to use Time Twist and status statue here to not die. Is it good with Shark to Crab? I mean, yeah, it does. It brings it back in and puts the counter on it. So if we want to do the Shark to Crab, we can definitely lock something down. So we'll keep that in mind. We can actually do that pre-combat here. If we wanted to Time Twist, we would use the fish to lock down an Aven, for example, and then Shark to Crab could lock down something else. Yeah, I'm talking about that. We can blink the crab and it comes back and locks something down because it comes back with a counter on it, but we'll see how good that actually is. Compared to just blocking with the Swarm, that's the thing. I feel like we're getting a little bit fancy play with the Time Twist possibilities when I'm more inclined right now to try to block the Watcher with my Swarm. Yeah, the 5/6 would proliferate, but onto what? It would maybe do itself. Oh, interesting. So, Flame Sweep. Each deals 2 damage to each creature except for creatures you control with flying. Well, that's rude. That's just rude. Can we... It kills the lionfish. So now I think with the swarm about to die, we do have to lock down the Watcher or we take too much damage. So swarm goes bye-bye. But we get to twist the crab and lock the Watcher, and then maybe we can get the crab back? Or the swarm back? I'm going to do that. But actually here, I'm going to go... We're going to tap down the Watcher. And lock down the Aven. And then we'll use Status Statue to kill the Watcher. Still had to do it, right? Okay, that hurt. Still had to do it, but I could have waited. Yeah, no, I still had to do it. It was just going to happen anyway. Yeah, no, the fact that it was EOT, end of turn, and not blink didn't actually matter. Because I would still have to do it pre-combat to get the Shark Crab to tap down one of the flyers. I can't, Buckeye, because I haven't looked at the set yet. I don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's what I could have done. I suppose I could have done it to the swarm to keep it alive, since it wouldn't have blinked. I should read my cards, you know. I'm actually going to pull the Time Twist for the Memory Theft. Or the... actually, is the Vapors any good against them? No, it gets the Sailor, but it's just okay. I guess with those flyers, let's bring in Volley. Maybe that's the swap for the whatever Time Twist. Yeah, we'll do that. It's further increasing our green splash, which I don't love, but we're being greedy today. You do what you must in these Scramble chaos environments. Yeah, need our green, but I'm going to keep this. No, I'm not from Spain, and nobody in even our ancient family known history is from Spain. The fact that my last name is Spain, and people in Spain call their country something other than Spain, also suggests that the origins of my last name are not about being from Spain, but having some association with Spain. All right, this taxes spells, but A, we could pay it, and B, Frost Links isn't a spell, the ability. Boy, do we have a lot of not green, but here it goes. Here, we're gonna Cloud Reader Sphinx our way to some green cards here, but let's attack first. I'll trade this Frost Links for either of these. I mean, not this will be a trade, but you know what I mean. All right. We'll keep both. They've showing a lot of flyers, so another flyer would be nice for us. This is our green, which unlocks the whole hand. It does leave us with no real addition to the board for like a turn, unless we want to play a low-value Drake. But I still like keeping the monkey underneath. So, what do you think this is? Is this, this must be 2 damage to everything, but creatures of flying they control? Well, I haven't sent anything yet, right? Yeah, this smacks of the 2 damage spell. Yeah, Flame Sweep. Flame Sweep. Do we want to trade Cloud Reader Sphinx for Avian Eternal? Because that's what it means, right? If we block here, we're trading Cloud Reader Sphinx for Avian Eternal, because this is a telegraphing of the Flame Sweep. We do have some action coming, but we're at 20, so I don't feel any need to give them extra value for the Flame Sweep, and it's going to make me not want to play this Academy Drake. Yeah, sad to not play the Academy Drake, but we want to get that to 4 toughness to out of Flame Sweep range, and next turn we're going to go Tatiova, play land anyway. But I'm probably going to be blocking with the Sphinx here, depending on attacks. If it's just the Eternal again, we'll let it go. But if they do a major attack, I got to start blocking and then try and shore up the recovery with Tatiova, 4/4 Flyer, and Sharkta Crab. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do here. And these both have the ability to get bigger. This could get bigger at instant speed. If they play anything with a blue pip, suddenly Calliope is 4 power. So I'm going to block the thing that is that needs a real trick and not just something with a blue pip and instant to win combat. And this still could be a Flame Sweep after the fact, right? But we do have a recovery plan around the corner. So we're going to take this offer. Oh, in fact, I should, with that, I could even make an argument for Frost Links on Calliope, because then if I'm so sold that this is a Flame Sweep situation, I feel like I should block like this, because then if they want a Flame Sweep to take out Cloud Reader, they're taking out Calliope as well. So yeah, it's a weird chump with 18 life, but it's a chump based around the expectation of forcing awkward choices with Oppo's presumed Flame Sweep. Yes, Lake, we're talking about it a lot around here. I don't know the details yet, but I'm looking forward to diving in and then getting back to y'all tomorrow. I'm not going to stream too long today and tomorrow, by the way. Again, these are the doldrum times. We're just kind of waiting for the preview stream on Wednesday. We're going to do the Ikoria streamer preview on Wednesday. So today and tomorrow, light streaming days, we'll just take it easy, play, hang out a little bit, play in the morning, and then wait eagerly for Wednesday. So now, to save Calliope, yeah, they have to sweep now. All right, I liked how that played out. We read this situation correctly and got rewarded. Yeah, that's fine, Adrian. The point is, we made him... We knew a Flame Sweep was going to happen. I was glad to get value out of that, because, like, the Flame Sweep was so clear that Frost Links was doomed. So at least force their hand, make them do their... Yeah, saves 3 life and forces the hand right then and there. Obviously not blocking with Tatyova, and we're saying, can you kill her? Because we're going to keep doing this if you can't. We did. For Easter, I played Magic against my Jewish friend, who reminded me that it was Easter. Completely forgot. Okay, we could scorn Calliope. We could scorn the big thing. Let's go. What if we just made a gigantic... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got 8. I'd like to have the scorn up, which leaves 6, which then suggests Shark to Crab or Aeromunculus. We do Aeromunculus and then have scorn or activate Munculus. We could do Shark to Crab and have activate Shark to Crab. That's pretty strong, except we can't. We only have 1 green. Only 1 green. Calliope has the tax, yeah, so if we target Calliope, we need to pay 1 more. But we can do that, I think, if we go, like, you know, in any of the ways we go. Yeah, getting Shark down seems smart because we only have 1 green, so we want to set up activation of this next turn. So I like Shark scoring. I think that's a good call. And do we want to scorn before their turn for any reason? I'm going to say no. We'll, I mean, their shield's down on blue. But I think we might be able to do some stuff here. If we hold it up. And it's got the bounce mode. Can we save Arc? Yeah. So we could save Tatyova, for example. I like holding up Scorn and not activating now because... Yeah, Scorn while they're tapped out is an option, but Scorn as Save Tatyova is a mode that I'd like to keep active. Yeah, we can pay the tax though, right? I mean, it's 1 more, right? So Scorn is 3, we can do that. Yeah, so with Scorn at the ready, I'm cool with blocking. I'm going to continue the same reasoning. If what they're up to is a flash blue pip to make Calliope a 4 power, I'd rather just put it on the Trickster and see what they want to do with this. That's actually not the worst, but I am going to scorn. Like, we can let that resolve and then see if they want to do anything else and then scorn something. Okay, they're not doing anything else. What are we scorning? Probably just Calliope. Not going to be able to get... Well, thank you. Thank you for your service, Tatyova. We may get you back later, but I like where we're at. We get to... I might even hold land in case we get her back later. I do want to get... All right, I'm going to play Aeromunculus. It blocks the Aven Elemental... Aven Eternal. And... I'm not going to play an Academy Drake. We want to make that 4 power. Crab, we can get through with our eventual 5/5. And Oppo stonewalled by the Aeromunculus. So rather than, like, adapt here, I'm going to go ahead and Drake for max. I was trying to get this out. The reason I went with Aeromunculus over Academy Drake is the attempt to play a green spell every turn. Of course, I didn't do it here, so maybe it ultimately in the end didn't matter, but I was trying to make the play of play something that can block the Eternal and spends our green mana so that we can you know, get other green spells down later. Frenzy is powerful, and now we got to close this game out before that starts becoming a problem because of things like that. Yikes.
Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me, lads.
Okay, now we got to get aggro. We're going to lose to the long-term advantage of the Frenzy. That's true. Sailor and Frenzy are kind of non-bows, but you can build up a hand so that when you kill the Frenzy, you get to... I already did. Did it not play? I thought So, let's see. We can go to... I guess we go Academy Drake and then leave the Homunculus back to play defense in the air. Yeah, that's true. You can use Sailor to clear the top of your library. That's a great point about some interaction possible there. And we're going to go Fish and Crab over adapting the Monkey. I forget who its magic is. Hey, APO. All right. Plucking one of our best cards on the battlefield, but we got two other really solid ones. Not loving the land draw, but at least we can adapt both of these creatures here, and we're going to adapt the crab to tap down, or adapt this crab to tap down that crab, and that's not Dionysus.
All right, everyone, chill.
That's pretty good too. Hopefully Homunculus can start attacking in the air. Get it? Homunculus. And then maybe between these two it'll be enough. Don't want to put a Shark Crab in a spot where it can be blocked and traded off for, although we'd take a 2-for-1 probably. If they want to take Shark Crab for like an Aven and a Digger, that'd be all right. Oh yeah, well, I got some math to do. I have got some math to do. I was gonna call for a Soul Salvage. Soul Salvage would be incredible. Get Tatiova and Cloud Reader back, or the Academy Drake. Land, not what we're looking for, but we're winning the race in the air now, so let's go. Why didn't I adapt first? What do you mean? Before combat last time. Did I attack? I don't know. Did I leave something unadapted? Did I leave mana unspent?
Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar.
Yeah, I wasn't confident of our position in the race at that point. I wanted defenders still. Yeah, this is starting to slip away here. We're flooding out. It would help if we could find something other than land. I mean, John's got significant lands as well, so it's not like we're way off on that front, but we are not drawing any action and it's hurting badly. Still want to save my lands because we may get Tatiova back. Sending in Shark to Crab is a trade, so we're not going to do it. Haven't read them yet, but chat is all aflutter about them. Haran. Yeah, maybe we don't need 3, but boy, if the game goes super long, we might with Tatiova. Although, with the Hypothesizzle, this game's not going super long. Looks like John's got us. We are too far behind now. And I think if we had kept Tatiova a couple more turns, maybe we'd have this, but John found the removal, and we are just falling behind to the undrafted color in the set. Keep in mind, nobody was in red. John got whatever red cards he wanted, so not surprising that we're having trouble against a red deck, given that nobody seemed interested in the color, and one person was playing 24-pack red sealed. I don't know if we have outs even. I don't know how we win this game. I've lost sight of a plan to win beyond getting... I guess it starts with... It's got to start with... Not counter magic. It's got to start with getting a soul salvage. If we get a soul salvage, we have a chance. But it's slipping away. John's building up flyers with every maneuver, and... Yeah, I guess I will play a gate out. I don't see how we get here, though. The flying is a big part of our win condition, and now the sky is clogged. I guess they're at 7 cards to our 18, so the real thing is to survive. Maybe if we can somehow if we can just survive, we'll be fine. Oh, I could have survived. That's funny. Look. For each spell and ability your opponents control, counter it unless its controller pays 4. So you can cast this. Oh, that's funny. I could have done... I didn't even think about that application, but I could have just played this to tap the Eternal and we wouldn't be dead, but we're dead. Yeah, what's the point of making them pay 4? I mean, making them pay 4... I guess we make them pay 4 to tap something and that'd be fine, but I didn't think of it as a tap feature. Yeah. Oh, fiddles. You're being Dionysus-like with that one. Whatever. That game was so dead. The game was over, people. The game was over. Don't punt me when the game was over. Yes, Tron, let's play. I guess I could have survived to die the next turn. I think D has to actually say what the punt was, or else I don't even believe that he even knew what happened. I'll keep this. Need to find some green, but we'll keep this. All right, glad to find land. Now we get to disappear or deny. Probably deny. We'll deny anything they do, literally. Yeah, including that. Might regret that with a nice turn 3 play, but felt like we needed to. And here I'm going to go ahead and cycle this, looking for the... Or not cycle it, but play the Profane Insight, looking for a land drop. All right, found one. Can even play the knight, I guess. Come on, forest. Maybe we should throw one more forest in here. Maybe I should cut a card, play 18 land, and add another forest. That's probably correct. I think I'll do that in sideboarding. Do we care about that? Probably maybe eventually, but actually if we attack with Storev and Dambreaker to win, we don't really care about Revenge. So I'm going to hold on to this statue, even though we could destroy it. And we'll play this out and not bother attacking. Yeah, I can't kill it yet, but just think... Sorry, you're right. I don't have the green yet, but I don't even want to, is my point. We could bounce a... Is this creature? So we could, like, bounce and surveil. I'm going to skip that, though. Let's just... Any untapped land, and we at least get to Dambreaker or even Prying Eyes. So we'll find... Oh, we even get exactly the land we want. That gives us Lich plus Unexplained Disappearance, which seems real nice. Yeah, we can bounce our own knight for a draw. That's true. We're going to try and not use it for that. But, clunky, but ultimately very card positive or card neutral. Wheel spinny, but not in a card negative way. I'm forgetting what this dude does except be a 5/4 trampler. When it deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, return to your hand target creature or planeswalker card in your graveyard that wasn't put there this combat. Do we have any of that? No, we don't have any of that this time. Omnivore, hello. I'm going to try and get him to double block or do something to try and get rid of the Lich, and then between Statue and Unexplained Disappearance, they're going to be in a world of hurt if they try to solve their problems through double blocking. Although, gotta keep in mind, let's see, they're probably just going to block with a Death Touch army, but then we can bounce the Vizier, and then the Death Touch is gone. So we'll keep that in mind, but basically put them to the test here. And drop land. Why not bounce the token? Yeah, we could do that too. I guess it'd be same thing, be a little better. They don't get a replacement one. So yeah, we'll bounce the token if they do that. And then don't get Prying Eyes, but since this doesn't require green, we at least get Statue ready. And the trample means that the block doesn't do anything. We get the full 5. And now we got to make the choice, and I think we will go ahead and save this. Give it +1/+1, and it survives the reproach. Time twist, you say? What does that do for us? Nothing really here. I'm going to get rid of the time twist. It's not land, which is something going for it. But I think this time twist should be an 18th land anyway. I'm going to replace this with a forest. Aboo! But we do have Prying Eyes, which is going to get us a lot of action after we Dam Breaker. Probably Dam Breaker, then refill with Eyes. Hopefully we don't get discarded here. That would suck. Losing these 2 cards would turn us from being... I think we're in a favorable position right now, but a discard 2 spell would flip that script right away. Links. Interesting, but not the card here. We have 4, 5, 6, 7. If we Prying Eyes... we might find an 8th land. That doesn't really get us much here. This is just, you know, this is pretty clunky for, quote, draw 4. In fact, I should leave... I should have held land for this. But for now, I want a big thing anyway. Yeah, the green is basically a splash. Should be able to look at the deck. Not Venerated Victory, but the Cardboard Live deck. That Cardboard Live link should show you what's in the deck, D. You can take a look yourself. Oh no, that's not right either. That's showing the old constructed. I thought it showed current. Didn't... Huh, never mind. None of those links shows the current deck. I lied. All right. You win. Dam Breaker down. Soul Salvage, awesome. But I think I actually even want to Prying Eyes first. Prying Eyes here. Main phase, in case we find a bunch of land and want to play some of it. Discard 2 land, though. And with Tyrant Scorn, and we only have the 1 green source, so I really want to keep the gate, but I want to play... I would like to have Scorn available. I guess we just have shields down on Scorn this turn. That's fine. We're at 17 life. Swamp and Lynx would have been the play if we really wanted Scorn up this turn, but I didn't think it was worth it. Clearly, we need bots to monitor other bots, right? Just put... What is this about? I don't trust this offer for Omnivore for Foulmire, but I'm going to take it as an offer for Foulmire versus something in hand and also take that. All right. Maybe they have a Soul Salvage of their own? No? Youthful Knight? What's going on here? Tatyova, now I wish I had those lands in hand especially, but pretty happy about Frostlink's Scorn here. I'm just going to lock down the Youthful Knight. Hold up. I think I want to hold up. I don't want to be too greedy against possible discard, but what I want to do is find a land, play Tatyova, play the land, and then have Soul Salvage and Tyrant Scorn to protect Tatyova and one of the other biggies, like either Dam Breaker or Storev. And We can also assume they probably don't have... I'm just going to play Tatiova. If we find... Like, normally I like to play Tatiova when we have the land to activate. But in this case, if they kill Tatiova, we do have the Soul Salvage. And if we draw the land, I'll be really happy that we had played her out the previous turn. And, yeah, we can do Soul Salvage, keep up Scorn. But I like Tatiova. Go shields down. Say do your worst. And if they do their worst, we have Soul Salvage to recover. Yeah, it's true. The Storev can get some other stuff back, too. If it can make it through. Yeah, we could get Storev. Storev back. Get and cast Storev. Then we lose getting Tatiova back in case of removal. That would go 1, 2... We couldn't do this and leave up Scorn. If you read the news, D, it's going to be human drafts on Arena at the end of this week. All right, let's go Lionfish. Yeah, and then we can tap and bounce if we want, but not here. This is a bit of a concern. How are we going to deal with that? We got nothing in, even no creatures in our yard even deal with the 3/3 flyer. That's my big concern here. I'm going to go ahead and take a point off, turn off from taking damage from it. We will kill the knight and tap the thrall. All right, well, now we don't care we drew land because we have Tatiova. And I would go Sphinx, looking at the top over Soul Salvage right now. Let's start with at least taking a look. Well, we actually don't mind lands because of Tatiova, but we're also not, like, seeking them. We'd still rather have action, so let's continue to bin lands looking for action. And now we could get Storev, Kiora's Dambreaker, and I wouldn't hate that. So I'm going to do that now. And do we care about Lynx? Yeah, we'll take... Lynx can trade for any of this stuff. I mean, East, I just want to use my mana. Are you, like, what are you worried about? That we're going to get these discarded? I mean, we might, but they haven't shown discard at all, so if they have it, it's going to be a top deck. And I generally don't play too much around, like, the top deck. Why, D? But you don't make the same progress. Like, I also want to advance my progress and earn packs and grind gold. Now, we're net gem negative, Fëanor. I mean, we're net positive if we do all of our work. If we do all of our work to earn money, then yeah.
Try not to suffer the dreams of the damned.
All right, well,
Knowledge is not without price.
how do we get rid of Obnix before we lose to that nonsense? I guess they get one more turn, but we do get a lot of stuff when they do that. How much mana do we have? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. What are we doing with 9 mana? We can do 6, 7, 8. That's 10, 6, 7, 8, 9. We do Dambreaker, Aeromunculus, Dambreaker, Gorger. I can't get excited until I see the rollout. Like, I'm hopeful, but I'm not excited until I see the details. All right, sorry, let's get back to this. We also have Vulture Aeromunculus Prophecy if we want. I think I like Storiev. And then that leaves us with Prophecy Munculus. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do this trio. And so that means we want Prophecy on blue. Wow. Tatyova's not going to get any action because we keep shuffling it away. And then Aeromunculus, and then that will leave Storev. The economic ones, D, I don't know what they're charging. I don't know what the payouts are. You know, if the announcement is, hey, everybody, it's human drafting. It costs $100 a draft, and there's no prize support. You know what? I'm not going to be happy with that. It's not going to make me excited at all. It's going to make me furious. Now, I'm not saying that they are... they're not that dumb. I'm not saying that's what the structure is, but the point is I'm not about to get excited about something whose details I don't know yet. Wow. Tron's got some tools here. Wonder if they're going to go for one of our creatures on Obnix, one of their creatures, or just stand pat and let Obnix be a... what is the black enchantment in Theros called? The reprint? You know what I'm talking about. Alpha card, right?
Others will learn from your mistakes.
That no joke here, folks. No joke. But we did get a swarm that we can put in front of the Thrall.
Try not to think too hard.
And I'm gonna go Grasping Vulture, I think. Or Gorging Vulture, I mean. Do that next turn. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9. We can send in with Storev. And then what do we do? We could... That doesn't have flying. Spire Mangler can come in and work Obnix. We could send everything at Obnix now and get him, but then we're dead to the Crackback, and then what do we lose? We could Scorn the Poisoner. I'm worried about Conrad like killing us from here. Conrad plus Obnix. So maybe we need to send... What if we send everybody but Tatyova at Obnix? And we don't give up Tatyova, but we offer everything else. We get a tap, but only on their turn, right? We don't. I can't just do it here. I mean, you mean the Lionfish? Lionfish doesn't do anything on our turn. Sorry, if this were a non-chat opponent, I'd be roped right now. But as it is, tough spot trying to figure out the best way to get to 18 before we're dead. It's got to be getting rid of Obnix. So yeah, we basically okay, I'm with Sir Elgar. Like, with 5 points of trample, we definitely get Obnixilis with Storev. So let's do that. And that's because if they block with Conrad, we bounce Conrad and trample over. And in fact, if they block with Conrad, I don't even think I do anything. I just let him, let Storev and Conrad trade, and the trample takes out Nyx, and that's fine with us. Poisoner, if they block with, then we decide whether or not we're killing Poisoner. Probably. I think we just kill the Poisoner if they solo block with that, to basically accept that Nixilis dies, and so does the Lich. Okay. Okay. That seems crazy, Tron, because unless you have something. If Tron has a white pump spell, then this makes more sense to me. But we'll do it like this, and... Well, the reason I call him Obnixilis is because my friend and former colleague, Nick Davidson, who basically designed and wrote all of... I don't know if he designed Obnix, but he wrote much of the much of the world-building stories around Nixilis were written by Nick Davidson, whose handle is Obnixilis. So, yeah, we'll take a Cloud Reader. That all seemed pretty good for us. But we're at 3 up against a Raven, so it's possible that Tron is just counting on us not being able to ever win into the Raven. And they're at 21 to our 9. So yeah, we are gonna be dead to Conrad. What are we on? Foraging Vulture, choose, okay. Because I was happy with those trades, and I like having the Scorn still. I was fine with those trades, basically. Oh yeah, Vulture gains some life, but it also puts us closer to death in that way. Yeah, I don't know if we even want to draw 2. We probably have to. I don't know how we win this, actually. We've drawn too many cards for our own good. Let's see what's coming, at least. Vile can't even help us kill Conrad, so we're going to move that stuff to the bottom. It could gain life. What do you mean? Are we out of creatures? Oh, because we self-mill. Anything we gain, we'd lose because of Conrad. I understand now. Well, we're in trouble then, but I'll pass. Magic's hard. I need chat to explain to me what's going on at all times, or I'm just lost. We can't win. We have no path to win. We cannot do 19 points of damage through a Revenge of Ravens at 1 life and 3 cards in library or whatever. That game was over. So I haven't won yet on stream today. That's fun. Gosh, now I know what it feels like to be chat. Yeah, when I add the forest, I'm also just reminding myself of what's going on in the deck. Kind of just black-white attrition grind. I do like another forest, another... Oh, shoot. Did the thing. Can't add forest because there's no forest in my sideboard, so I just got to do it next match. And black-white stuff. Any tools for that? Kind of want to bring in another volley despite the inability to add more green. Yeah, I could put in Temple Garden. That's funny. I don't quite think it's worth the damage, though. I'm going to let it go. And I'm going to cut the twist and see how it goes. Go for it, Fiddles. I'm gonna mulligan this. Coral Swarm is not an okay first play, and Soul Salvage is not even a first 5 turns play. Oh, this is much better. Oh, great. Great. We got this. Any double black? Any double anything? Double black on Storev. So I'll go like this and this. We got this. We got... When I beat Tron off a 4-lander, it's going to be so cool. And it's going to be like... one of the most epic victories I've ever achieved on this stream. Do I use one of these on that stupid thing? Or do we wait? I guess we got 2 of them, and we're trying to survive. I'm going to go ahead and use it. It's not great, but need a little time here to try and draw out of this. All right, we'll drop Dragonfire and then threaten that shade nicely. Ooh, so find our green. We could be all right. They've got Pump, so we're just gonna hold our Dragonfire, and Tron can't go below 2 mana, or we get to pick off the shade. Yeah, all right. Well, we'll Dragonfire the Youthful Knight and then Scorn the Shade. All right, good card to see. See if Tron goes for another one. No, Tron's got some sort of 3-drop to play. Do we keep the Tyrant Scorn for this new 3-drop? I'm gonna go ahead and do this. They have invested into the invested some mana into it, and we get Storev next turn. Hello, dear.
Hello. Still playing?
Still playing. Haven't won yet today, though. And I'm playing against chat, so you know how that's going.
Am I getting the buzz cutter on fired up?
Well, that's suspicious. What do you think this is? Is it Vraska's finisher? Yeah, 4 damage to attacker or blocker? That could be. That means we're going to lose it anyway. I don't... We saw Reproach, right? We saved Lich from the Reproach the first time. That just means we're going to lose Lich next time, but let's at least make Tron figure out what to do with his mana this turn. The downside of not blocking, pretty obvious downside to not blocking. Damage, right? I mean, that's it. But that's the thing, it's not a lot of damage, right, Draco? So we chose not to. I like this. We can draw a card with Foulmire and then offer a Foulmire for one of those things. It's such a telegraphed Reproach. I'm trying to figure out if we want to trigger it or not. Let's look for land. All right, well. Yeah, it's so reproachy. I'm just not even going to attack or block until I figure out how I want to make the exchange. If I want to, that thing. Sorry, 1 sec. I'm making a note of this event here for purposes of identifying winners. I got some winners to identify today, let me tell you. All right, now I will go ahead and offer one of these. I'm going to play Sphinx and then start attacking and blocking with that. And then if Tron wants to take out our Sphinx with the pretty obvious Reproach, we can actually get the Sphinx back with Storev. And I like both of these cards. As much as I would like land, I would like both of these cards. Shark to Crab. Yeah, Unexplained. Yeah, let's do Unexplained, because then we can start mixing it up with the Gideon's Reproach. It's an answer to the Reproach. It could be something other than Reproach. It could be Blade Brand. It could be some other stuff. But basically, it represents dead creature on blocks, which I want now because if they have something for it, we're going to try to get it back with Storev. And if that failed, okay, it was Blade Brand. Gosh, which means we could have been attacking. Or maybe, it might still be. It might be Blade Brand plus Reproach. Let's keep that in mind. They got a million cards. You're late, Disappearance. Darn it. Now... Can't do Disappearance and Monk, but we'll do it. Oh, what would that have done, though? We flash it in and then sack the Mangler? What's... to get more stuff back? Then we just get stuff back with a Lich every turn? Maybe. Are we gonna have the mana do that? So because then we use 3 of our mana, we attack in with Storev, we get something back, but then if we don't have a 2-drop to play, I guess we can play the Foulmire Knight at that point. Yeah, Disappearance Storev, that's a reasonable line. That's a clever line I missed. But this looks fine right now. We're at least holding the line. We'll drop Krabby. Hey, Kenyon, we are doing a Scramble draft. It's kind of like Chaos Draft, except it's not individual booster packs of a given set that each individual player has. It's completely scrambled boosters containing cards from all different, whatever sets you chose. That's right, we're going to win without him. This is on a mold of 4 against an opponent who played a Treacherous Blessing, so, you know. We're doing our best here. This, again, screams that they actually have the Reproach as well, so we're not going to block now, because if we wait, we can adapt in response, and the Reproach, and then Shark to Crab survives Reproach. Spire Mangler can surprise the Harpy. And we can... Although if we attack and Crab, that leaves it's 4, and we still have the 2 left for the Disappearance. So yeah, we can attack and... If they Reproach, we respond. And now we can get Shark Crab activation and still have Disappearance if we want, or just Mangle and disappear. All right, so we're going to disappear our Crab and still have the Mangler. And next turn we want to Crab, and we won't be able to Lynx, but I think I like the Lynx here. And we already have that, D. Like, let me give you a website, D. It's called mtgadraft.herokuapp.com. And you can do it there. Now they've got to decide, use that Reproach on the Mangler or save it for the Crab. Take out the Knight. This doesn't get first strike, right? This has first strike, so... Right? Mike being mean today. I see how it is, Mike. I see. My hair's not even on the line and you're still trying to get me? I see. All right, we better actually lynx the omnivore here because we can't. If we block, we lose to, the shark crab to the reproach we know about or we presume about. And this actually does let us survive a turn to get this crab out. If we chump the knight, I think we just go to 3. Gotta take this one. I think we're dead though. Yeah, I think the deck is great. I mean, this is a mold of 4. I'm competing in a mold of 4 against Treacherous Blessing and all this stuff. I feel fine. We just got hit by the mana gods at the wrong time and are making the best of it. But now we are dead, right? We like all Tron has to do is attack with everything because between the Gideon's Reproach we basically know he has and death triggers, you know, graveyard triggers on Conrad, we have no way to win. Always excuses? Always excuses? Pfft. Bye, D. I explain why we're dead, and I'm told I'm making excuses. All right. D can think about his excuses for the next 10 minutes. All right. It's gonna be my last match of the day, folks. Oh yeah, let's switch. Sorry, I'm gonna play. I will play Mike, but I'm gonna fix my deck. Thank you for the reminder. Well, you certainly did so, Tron. Nice deck. I really like mine, Tron. I don't know if you got to see my deck, but look, this deck is sweet. I don't know why I've literally not been able to win a game with this deck yet, but it is so sweet. So, it's magic sometimes, you know. I'm not unhappy with my play. It's not perfect. Chat's been coming up with lines I've been missing, but pretty clever ones, so nothing I'm like, how did I miss that, you know? And what I want to do is go to 18 land via extra forest, and we're just going to cut this time twist, which has some applications but isn't that good, and just trying to make sure we don't lose because we don't get mana and or that we get color screwed. And I will add some alternative colors to the board in case we decide to sideboard splash something. I don't even know what we'd splash, but make sure we have the capability at least. I know what I'm doing. I know it doesn't look like it, but I do. Just want to like one each in the sideboard. There you go. All right, let's try that again. Mike, you ready? All right, well, I'm like 0204 on stream today against chat, facing one of the better players in chat, Mike 1976, aka Olorin. We'll see if I can somehow manage to end my losing streak against a very good player in Mike. I don't doubt that Mike has a nice deck, that's for sure. Boy, this is a long way away from being great, but We got Tatiova. We got a... I don't know what Mike's doing, but if he's aggro, we're in trouble. But I'm tired of mulliganing. I'm going to keep this. We're just going to get there. That's the plan. Oh, great. Soul salvage. A 5-drop. A 12-drop and a 5-drop. Just what we wanted when we kept a land-heavy high-drop deck, or high-drop hand. Not tilt keep. Maybe a little bit greedy, but I honestly think it was tough to throw that one back. Especially in a chaos draft where aggro is difficult to come by anyway. We're not getting very lucky on our draws, but I think it was the right decision. Would you have kept that? I mean, it's easy to say after the fact, but is anybody out there like strongly going to mulligan that hand? I mean, it's laughing at us. Like, our deck is just literally cackling at us right now, but I still like the keep. Kenyan mulligans. This is a really ridiculous draw sequence after that opener. And I guess we'll go Cloud Reader here. Blocks everything. Mike's stuck on 2. Let's see if we can punish him for his stumble. Yeah, I just really don't think it was obvious. I'm just curious what people think, but certainly did not feel obvious. I'm going to get rid of both of these because I want to find land so we can play Tatiova and play a land. We obviously had a lot of draws to find some speed bumps and slowdowns. We just didn't come up with any of them, and got a little lucky that Mike is not finding it on this front. So Mike has not attacked with a 1-3 into our 4 toughness and has attacked with a 2-1. Probably doesn't mean Gideon's Reproach, but it probably means something like, well, if it was +2/+2, that's still a trade, but we're also at a point where we kind of have to block now. So with the soul salvage and other stuff coming, yeah, it could just be, but then why wouldn't they send in Pegasus? Why wouldn't Mike send in Pegasus, Kenyon, is what I'm not understanding. When I see an attack like this, it's like, why not this and why yes these? I mean, obviously Princess not blockable, so that's not the deal, but why Opportunist and not Pegasus? Yeah, I get it. It's just really about these two. This is what I'm talking about. And yeah, so if it's indestructible 2/2, that does explain it, right? Because it's not worth using the indestructible 2/2 just to prevent a Pegasus from dying, but it would be worth using it to trade for the Sphinx. So do we need to do that? Like, we can, if we take this, we go to 8, and then we still have to face this trick. Oh, you know, it could be like, what about +2/+0 when it dies, bring it back, right? Yeah, unlikely aid. Thank you, Boomerang. I think it's probably, it's likely unlikely aid or something like that. And I think we have to call at 11 life and with this hand. Fiddles wants to take it, but then what, Fiddles? Are we just hoping that... Here's what I like about calling, because they can't add more to the board. Right, that's the thing. Kenyon has nailed it in my mind. If we don't block, Mike's going to add to the board, and we're facing it again next turn. So I'm going to go ahead and trade for the trick, and we'll see if we can't find the tools to get there off the draw. Yeah, our hand looks nice. We can even get the Sphinx back later. Okay, it's even a trade. And yeah, we'll go Tati over here. Can't do status off the island, but Mike maybe didn't think I would call there. That's possible. I'm going to go ahead and do this, though. Get some life and draw. Now what do we want to do? We can swarm, we can eyes, we can 2-spell it, we can... to 6 mana. Probably just Dambreaker, but let's get... No, a Flyer's good too. Let's play this out. It might find stuff for the Soul Salvage, might gain us some life. And we still have status up to boot. Yeah, so we could actually Soul Salvage now, but I think I like leaving up status statue and just passing with this. You would play the Drake as well. I guess we could trade off the Drake and then get it back with the Soul Salvage. Yeah, that's fair. That's fine. Drake is pretty expendable with this hand. And Mike has no plays. We're not blocking with Tatiova, so I'm attacking. This is a 7-set Scramble draft. All right, more interestingness. We're gonna keep calling. We're calling stations. We could also double block the Reaper, but I like this. Let's see what they want. See what Mike wants to do here. Pump the team, get both of these. That might suck, but maybe I'm over blocking here against Mike's aggro, but I'm trying to just leverage what looks like a pretty stacked hand here. Keeps getting more stacked as we draw lands and get life and cards off of Tatiova. Now we get the ultimate. Oh yeah, we get Storev here plus statue. Love it. And now we're getting a little bit racy here with things. And with the statue ready, I'm going to start getting aggro back. And especially with Storev. Let's say, you want to keep attacking me, Mike? Bring it. Bonds. Gonna get him. Use statue to destroy the enchantment and eat the attacker, and get to attack with the Lich and draw a bunch of stuff back. I could get the big Drake, let's see, but with Cloud Reader we can cast some other stuff too, and Scry. I'm gonna get the Cloud Reader. I think that helps us the most here. Foul draws, but Cloud Reader, I mean, the Scry is just great, and it's big, and it flies, etc. I'll keep the links. I'm going to continue to... I guess we can just go island links, and then we get... Assuming they don't kill Tatiova, we get the links off the island play anyway. So I'm going to do that. And then we can probably lock down anything they do for defense. Lyra. Well, talk about something to flip a game around. Good thing we have the out of all outs. We're going to tap down Lyra and win. Or try to, I think. I think we win, because the trample basically gets through 2 no matter what. And our next play's turn, probably... If it comes to it, we'll play Crawl Swarm. So I'm going to name Crawl Swarm. But I think this might elicit the scoop. All right, we got there, but we've got a Lyra to worry about. We're going to bring in our flying removal. Bring in the volley and maybe cut the dragon fire. Although he's coming with some weenies. Dragonfire would get some stuff, but we have 2 scorns. Also maybe get rid of the prying eyes as not the card draw we really want here. I think I like that a little better. Keep our early interaction play and increase our ability to and not we have other ways to draw cards, yeah. Vap. What are you talking about, Vap? I don't know what card you're talking about. But I like this. We're gonna run it back. Eyes isn't even that great when you do have time for it. It's like, draw 4! Discard 2. No blue, but we do have a Mangler on 3 with any land, and Shark to Crab around the corner. I'm keeping it again. I'm going to continue to be greedy. Another close one, yeah. All right, we at least found our Mangler on 3. Getting a little too much of our green this time, but that's how splashing goes. It's got Menace, not going to be able to surprise it. That's not bad, though. We can just kill it. Let's do that. Something to do with our turn here. All right, deck, give us an island. Island would be amazing. Got us. Hey, Harold. Nothing to get back yet. Deck teasing us with some more black sources, but 1 island off the top and we're in pretty good shape. At least have some good actions. Yeah, you can make an argument for holding the Swamp Canyon. That's fair. But I feel like if we draw an island, Tatyova's not going to be my play anyway. But then maybe you'd still want to hold it for a future turn down the road. What about if we just sit here dying to Herald? Yeah, I could soul salvage the Mangler, but it doesn't get us that back right away. Now we could consider it, but it's such a weak use of soul salvage. Are we that desperate? Maybe we're that desperate, and we need to soul salvage now so that next turn we can go 1, 2, 3. We can mangle for the sentry and then or the herald. But then what are we doing about? We mangle and then we have disappearance for the other one. I guess that buys us some time. Do we need that time? That's the other question. Are we so desperate for time that we have to go get it? We have no answers for flyers right now. Like the sentry's just going to get us. So I guess we kind of do, mainly because we can't really beat the sentry with our current hand. And at least the Mogus's favor is rough, but at least we can play this at instant speed and block. So I'm going to go ahead and do a very low value crab here. But it's with the idea that we have nothing else currently going that helps us with this, helps us solve the problem of a 3-power flyer, this 3/2 flyer. And if nothing huge happens here, okay, well, I'd certainly say, and this is great too, we can, they know about the Mangler, so there's no sense trying to hide it, but we're going to lynx well, we can even lynx the sentry this turn. But I don't even want to. I'm going to lynx the Herald and say, go ahead, send in the sentry. My plan is to mangle, and Mike knows that. But since it works at instant speed, it's okay. We'll let him decide how he wants to handle this known information. Mike probably just doesn't attack with the sentry knowing about the Mangler, because if he just holds the sentry back, we're kind of obligated to leave 3 mana up every turn to represent the Mangler, so he can basically use the sentry to say, you know, during your upkeep, tap 3 of your opponent's lands, you know? Yeah. All things considered, I don't mind that being visited. 2 cards in the yard. Oh, we may lose the Mangler after combat to the favor. I don't care. That's not the point. The point of the Mangler is just try and trade with the sentry, which looks like he's offering, but could be we could be coming into some other trap here. Why don't we play what anyway? The Mangler? Because Mogus's favor kills it unless we use it specifically to block mid-combat. Figured he had some sort of plan there. It would be unlike Mike to just like throw that value away. Only 1 island and literally every card in our hand is blue, so we get to play 1 spell. What do we want? Shark Toe? Probably Shark Toe. Survive. Well, I guess we just lose to the sentry though. So maybe I needed to keep disappearance. Alright, Mike got this game. Crab is actually giving up, if you look at it. Like, I don't think we had an out because basically... No, we did. Like, we basically had to leave Unexplained Disappearance up and bounce something. But basically, by playing Crab, all Mike had to do was... Oh, maybe they didn't have more cards. If they were out of cards, that's fine. But, like... I assume they had the 2 needed to put the Mogus's favor on the flyer, and that would have killed us. All right, taking it to 3 with Mike. Even if I go 0-3 in matches, at least I got a game today. My goodness. Forgot what it felt like to even win a game. Animus puts us 2 green for my taste. We'll just run this like so. Oh, wait. Did it not take? Look, it didn't take. I put another forest in here. It's not even in here. Boo! Yeah, why do we even have this? This is supposed to be a forest. Ah. Every time I try to update my decks, it doesn't take. Not every time, but often it doesn't seem to take. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. All right. Good game, Mike. Let's do this. Ah, here we are again with another tricky one. But we have Vile, Unexplained, and a Whirlwind Denial on anything. So, yeah, I'm going to keep again. I just took the default. That was the problem, true. But it shouldn't freaking do that. If I have a deck selected and it's pointed at a deck, and I update... anyway... I don't know what that was about. Dragonfire. All right, gonna denial anything Mike tries here. Literally anything. All right, cool. Found some alternative colors of mana. We can vulture now with soul salvage in hand. It's always nice if we mill some creatures. They're just soul salvage fodder. Lost a couple of lands that we could have used. I want that forest, especially now that we know we're down a forest compared to where we want to be. But hey, look at that. Good for us. All right. I'm gonna take out the Herald. Well, actually, I'll do it their upkeep. Then the army has Summoning Sickness, but they draw no new cards to save it. Land off the top would be perfect because we can Tatiova play land and get that train going. And then if they kill Tatiova, we got the soul salvage. I was going to kill this thing anyway. Might as well bounce it, look for a land. There's a land. I'm going to keep it. It's fine. Tatiova loves the land on top. We could block here and just soul salvage back. There's no other creatures. It would really surprise Mike for sure. There's no way he's expecting us to give up Tatiova. But yeah, I suppose we should let him kill Tatiova naturally. We're winning the race anyway, so we'll see what... But I bet Mike's going to come up with a play that blocks Tatiova. Lyra. Well, first Dionysus beats me with Lyra. Now Mike is looking to beat me with Lyra. But hey, we got a Frost Lynx. That's cool. Tap Lyra down. See if we can't get there. And fishy fishy. You want to hold the Foulmire Knight activation? Oh, for the Lionfish activation. Sure, sure, sure. I want to dig for land, though. Here we go. We use Sharky next turn. So yeah, saving this as an instant to tap Lyra is something I didn't consider, and I should have, but I think I liked playing this out just looking for, drawing to look for action for our turn. Now, I do like offering... Could I even offer everything? How are you winning, Kenyon? If you just want to sit around and wait, like Lyra's gonna get us for another 5. So sack a creature. Ugh. We'll sack Fishy. No, we'll sack Lynxy because that actually is a reasonable get back with Soul Salvage. Ow! Ow, 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 Mike, that hurt. However, we do get to tap Lyra here. All is not completely lost. And we get a draw off Tachyova. Now got to consider leaving Tachyova back, although I think... Just got to send it in. Yeah, well, we can instant speed the crab. We don't really have answers to Lyra, I don't think. That aren't crabby. Let's see. This is a good question, Kenyon. Yeah, we have statue. We have one out. We have the plummet. Yeah, we did add the plummet card in. So we have two hard removal outs. Oh, is volley in the yard? One hard removal out. Thank you, Elgar. So Shark to Crab is a must block. They go 6, 5, 4, and then 3. This stays tapped. This becomes 2. Like, we're pretty close. We might get this one. This is a tight one against Mike here. Ooh, that's some drain that might be enough. Come on. Oh gosh, this is so tough. Well, there's nothing to do now but just continue attacking every time. I mean, we can prophecy. Maybe, I guess, prophecy tells us something about what's coming that might inform our attacks somehow, but I think we're just sending in. Scorn lets us bounce Lyra. That could be enough. And I think we want the reader after that. Bouncing Lyra could be pretty good. I don't know. We'll find out. But with the lamp pad, we can't win here. No. I guess they're at a virtual... Well, maybe. Let's see. Because they got this is going to hit him once anyway. Also depends on their hand. Mike has 2 cards here. It's not like he's cardless. But I'm pretty much turn it sideways mode here. All right! Beat Lyra! Woo! In the hands of Mike, no less. Great match. Where's Mike? Give him a GG. That was a fun one to finish on, and I'm not saying that just because I won. That was an exciting match. However it was going to play out. We got there, but that was a tight one. That was fun. GG, Mike. Your deck looked great. I just had the exact tools I needed for Lyra at just the right times. Barely. I think that was my last gasp, and then if you untap with Lyra, it was going to start to slip away. Yeah, Dreadhorde Invasion on curve would have done a lot more work for you. That was a great match, though. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that. And thanks to all of you for hanging out today. Let's hit soapbox mode here, and I will go to my profile page. Thank you so much for hanging out, YouTubers. Only a couple days more until we get Ikoria preview sealed. So in 2 days, on Wednesday the 15th, at I'll try to start early. We'll see when we start. Wednesday morning Pacific time, we're going to be doing a streamer preview of Ikoria, and we're going to do tons and tons of sealed all day long and try to figure out this new set. And tomorrow we'll do something again like this, either a cube or something fun. But I'm having a blast killing time waiting for the new set by battling it out with chat. It's been a lot of fun, a lot more fun than randos, and a lot nicer on me as a streamer because I can just take a little time to talk if I need to, and that's really nice. But we're going to look for raid targets after I say goodbye to YouTube. See you, YouTube.